my ruler. That's my handy plastic ruler. Wait, no, it shouldn't be plastic. Plastic can, like, break. It's too flexy. We can't have it being flexy. It has to be... Oh, hi! Whoops. Welcome to class, grasshoppers. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, yeah, you feel that? Ow. It actually hurts my hand. Oh my. Yeah. Gotta use the wooden ruler because it's firmer, and even if it does break, it will break into splinters and deal extra damage before it fully expires. You know, it's more bang for your buck. Nom. So today, we have a very unique, interesting, one of the art streams of all time. Thank you for the hydrate, Raven. Hi, Gondor. Hello, Raymond Holmes. Oh my gosh, I didn't recognize your name. Like, I thought Holmes sounded familiar, but I was really confused for a moment. Hi, yo. Wait, no, you will not address me like this. Students, you may call me ma'am, sir, Mrs., madam, milady, milord, your honor, or sensei. Any of the above. No, yo. I do not condone such casual slang in the classroom. No, keep that outside. Keep that to your recess. Madam Penguin, no! You got my name wrong. The terminology is correct, but you got the crucial information wrong. I am Madam Snivi, not Penguin. No P in that. Snivi. And I'm a qualified professional in the Eldritch arts. You can trust me. I've seen more paralysis demons than anyone else. Clearly the name is Madam Sniper. Wait, what? Why Sniper? Where's that come from? Godolph! No breadcrumbs in the classroom. No. Where are you hiding these? Get that out. I'm gonna need to vacuum this later. No, stop. Look, I approve of the consumption of bread, but we do want to leave that, outside the classroom as well. We have some ground rules to put down, clearly. Give me, I keep missing this. Sir Chicken! Gah! Spending my bread wisely. No, you're here to learn wisdom. This is not wisdom. This is inappropriate behavior. If you were caught misconducting more than thrice, you will be promptly expelled from the classroom. No, you're not expelled from the classroom, but you have to stay there. You have to stand in the naughty corner and watch while everyone else absorbs knowledge, and you're just left there with a tiny pea brain. Raven, no, wait, stop. I should go edit. I should edit my redeems my glide. 5 minutes timer. 学生大家听好了， 今天的课就是你整个学期最重要的课，最重要的 OK， 这是最基本的一些才能吧。你必须学好怎么样。第一，怎么样面对你自己的黑暗。第二，你必须学到怎么样把你心中最可怕最恶面的事情都发泄出来，用你这一支笔来发泄出来，变成画你没事，你数不了那么高那我就帮不了你了，我帮不了你了。我不是来教数学的，我只是来教这个是的 OK， 那就没办法了。鸡怎么行呢？这是我第一次看到真的那么没谱的一大把小孩子，年轻人，你这年轻人，真难了解。课刚开始了，你还去跑去买咖啡？不是买咖啡，做咖啡？不行的。你全部我警告一下，我跟你警告一下我们这个课室唯一可以喝的饮料是水，唯一可以喝的，不能玩打游戏，不能吃面包。面包要等到 recess 再吃 OK。 我说什么？不能吃面包，你给我收走，要不然我把你全部的面包都丢掉了，一个一个丢。哟，你就看我来吧。OK， 这个OK， 今天你可以用的面包很少，所以你最好还是等到下一次吧。企鹅，你这一句话，你这 OK， 这也是很重要的一个规矩，不准说企鹅这个话。这个词，企鹅的企，企鹅的鹅，不行，你一句都不要说。我只是，我现在说完了，你就不能再说了 OK 吗？我自己不止我不是个企，但是我们全部这里的人，全部这里的老师啊，什么老师校长都不认可企鹅的，都不认可，他们不算是鸟，不算是有心有梦想的这种好人。全部你认识的企鹅，我可以保证你，他们全部都是偷咪咪的在想怎么对你做坏事。一定的，你还没被他骗过的话，你可能你不知道啊。There we go. Tisk. Well, now that we're back, I'll lay down some ground rules in English. How does a flightless bird know Chinese? I am flightful. Pay some respect to your teacher. Have some respect for your sensei, will you? I'm plenty good at flying. I flew out of the womb. Chinese, right? Yeah, it is Chinese. It is Chinese. Don't worry. But yes, I am, sensei is of course one of many skills and wisdoms. Chinese Mandarin being one of them. So you'd best give me all your respect, otherwise, not only will the local universities receive what's the opposite of a recommendation? Receive a warning letter from me, handwritten. You might also find that not even the overseas places will take you. Your future is counting on your relations with networking and all that. It's important. Don't neglect it. I have power over your educational pathways. I won't fail you on the exam if you call me a penguin, okay? Without further ado. Oh, whoops. Okay. Yes, they will receive a wanted poster too. Like specifically an academic one. If you ever try to publish a paper or anything, no, immediately rejected. Wait, what? No, that's not what I meant. Wait. Autographed wanted poster? It won't be my wanted poster, it'll be yours. You'll be wanted by the Bureau of Educationocracy for plagiarism. Even if you haven't plagiarized anything. Every time you turn something in, it'll just be like, like the plagiarism checking websites? Yeah. They'll like automatically go to 100. Like, you used the sentence, wait, no, you used the word the twice in this sentence. This is exactly identical to this other article we found of unnamed origins. You are hereby not eligible to submit this for your final assignment. Anyway. Yes! Class is starting. So please. Take your seats now. I would slap this against my hand. Ow. But it actually really hurts. This ruler? Ugh. Yikes. Okay, I'll be saving that for you if you misbehave. There's not only the naughty corner, there's this too, so don't push your limits. Rule 1. Thou shalt not mention the P word, especially in reference to thy teacher. Rule number 2. Thou shall consume bread only outside the classroom, especially when it concerns the P word. Rule number 3. Arson is appreciated, but unfortunately, we are legally obligated to install fire alarms, so like if you do start a fire in here, that would be kind of difficult. We'd prefer if you kept it to like outside of class times. Like, as soon as we wrap up here, you can start as many fires as you want, but just while we're in the middle of class, do exercise some self-restraint. Thank you for the hydrate. Rule number 5? Is this number 5? Thou shalt not consume liquids other than water. I am an exception. Only I get to have tea. No, you can't. You're not sophisticated enough. Yeah. maybe if you two got a teaching degree just like me, you would also be able to be cool and drink tea. But no, not today. Not today! Today we start from the bottom. How to art! How to art! Ooh, the age-old question. Throws paper at plants. No! Stop that! Stop that right at once! Get over here. Get over here. Where's the... There we go. There we go. There we go. What is your paper for? Ah! Airplanes? No! What are airplanes for? Flying. What is paper for? Art! Get back here! No! Well, there we go. There we go, folks. We've already lost someone. Oh, whoops. We've already lost someone. You know, we always do tend to lose a couple people on the way. This is a really intensive course, so you know, if you wanna make it to the end, you gotta really toughen up. What do I do if my phone committed kinetic disassembly? Please submit a help request to IT. I can't assist you with that. Sorry. Okay, moving on. Oh my god. Since I was actually pretty... Raven! You will be expelled! You will be expelled. I'm warning you right now. I'm warning you. While I write this up, while I write on the whiteboard, let me tell you a story. So, yesterday night, Sensei was watching an extremely important and educational live stream. It was called the Pokemon Presents. And Sensei stayed up for this because you know these kinds of events, they're always in a different time zone. They're always so very disrespectful to us Southerners, you know. You can't expel your brother. Bet! And so, Sensei unfortunately did have to stay up until like 1 a.m. for that. In addition to this, during the course of this Pokemon Presents, Sensei does have to warn you against this particular event. I was under the impression it was extremely, you know, high quality, lots of wise, original advice. But in reality, Pokemon Presents I found to be extremely disappointing. Not only were they saturated with sponsored with advertisement for those mobile games. Can't believe youngsters and their mobiles nowadays. Not only was there that, but they even promoted sleep. Can you believe it? Instead of delivering a revolutionary presentation in which they would have announced Pokemon Legends Unova, or the next Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, or anything interesting. Instead, they opted for the most dramatic lead up to Pokemon Sleep, the game of all time. who everyone has been waiting for. Sensei was devastated. Sensei was misled by their like really dramatic trailer and really dramatic trailer music. Fun fact, if a fire breaks out in the middle of a class, it could easily be written off as an impromptu science or computer science lesson. True. I will keep that in mind in case, like, you know, something comes up. But for now, we shall try to keep on track of what we're trying to learn today. Each bit is a paper ball thrown at you. No! No! How could you, Raven? How could you? Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits, not for the paper balls though. You should keep those to take notes on. Sleep is for the weak. Exactly. I was just astounded by how weak those presenters were. Absolutely astounded. That's not what I would expect from like my colleagues, you know. So that was a disappointment. Sensei did end up losing about what was it, 53.86% of her sanity. That very moment where the presentation ended, and I realized there was truly nothing more left to see. So Sensei is already struggling with that, but you know, in addition, I would also like you to understand that Sensei stayed up until 7 a.m. working on an art, you know, just to refine my technical skills, you know, all for you, all for the sake of workshops such as these, right? So not the paper ball. High noon. No, stop with the paper ball. Stop that right now. And you're nervous again. You can keep your paper balls to yourself though. Keep them to yourself. Now learn how to draw penguins. No. Movie god. Maxolotl, please raise your hand next time you want to ask a question. No, stop that! Stop that, Raven. I will confiscate your paper. I will confiscate it. Those things are sharp, you know. I know it's just paper. Paper can give paper cuts, so it's not to be underestimated. Anyway. Now, the reason Sensei was staying up so incredibly late was because of an event called a DTIYS. DTIYS. Oh, this can count as extracurricular knowledge. Okay. Do you want to guess what each of these letters mean, class? Leans back on chair and puts feet on desk. What an unruly student. Truly. You're fearless, but only because you don't understand the consequences of your actions. Soon you will. My good student. Oh, you do those too. Indeed. Does Maxolotl know what these letters stand for? Will you be my star student? I ain't afraid of mice. You should be afraid. You will be afraid after this. I still got this ruler. I'm warning you. It's hanging in there. I did one of those like a couple days ago. Oh, really? Cool. So we have someone with a practical experience. Would you like to share with the class? Yeah, shorty! You dare call your professor short. Oh, that's not... You may also call me professor, if you will. Or, you know, doctor. That works too. I can't provide evidence of a doctorate, but Nah. Nah, that's wrong. Nope. That's not what D stands for. D. Come now, class. D is for A, B, C, D. Draw. The person who posted it never responded though. D's no, wrong. That's negative 10 points. Draw. Next letter T. What does the T stand for? Can we get an answer for this one? Only 4 more letters to go. Wait, person posted and never responded. No! What? That's the worst. That's the worst. Stuff like, they put their stuff out. They put this thing out there to get people to basically draw and share their thing. And the least they can do is, share the entries they got around and all that. And that really sucks, but I hope it was a fun experience either way. Sometimes it is just a fun experience. Works for me. No, I don't. I work for no one. I'm self-employed. T equals Tetris? No. Unfortunately, that was a good guess. It was a good guess. But no. Draw. Hello, Moon. How are you today? How are you? Welcome to the class. Please take your seat. Please do. Be careful of Raven though. He's been a bit rowdy today. I hope all you students don't really, take after him in terms of your behavior. Got 9 views and 0 likes. No, I like it. I'll like it for you. Go, pop it in the Discord or something so I can see it. No, look, there he goes again. He's throwing paper balls at me. At his own sensei. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Don't mind him. Don't mind him. I can't say what I want because it's lewd. Okay. How are you? I am. I was in the middle of it. Explaining how I am right now. Actually, but I got a little bit sidetracked. Basically, Sensei is doing alright. Look, Sensei has gone through worse before. I'm sticking it in there. So Sensei is doing alright, but Sensei has also been struggling with all of these paper balls and paper airplanes being thrown around. I don't think I've ever met a class this rowdy before. Usually I'm highly respected in my field, so Sensei did also attend a conference last night. It was called Pokemon Presents. And due to that, Sensei lost a lot of emotional and moral HP, which still hasn't recovered yet. But in all other ways and forms, I'm very, very much looking forward to this class, and I hope you are as well. So, thank you for asking. How are you? I call you little sis, not teacher, professor. Rude. See, it's this kind of behavior that's truly making it difficult for me to continue. I was like the 3rd DDIOS that I did that turned out like that, so I think I'll stick to OCs and fan art. No way. You might just be finding the wrong ones, honestly. You might be finding, okay. this sounds a little bit sad. but like I would recommend that you find DTIYS from like very active people or people who are like pretty a little bit well known, just because then like wait. I think I misunderstood your issue. But yeah, even then, okay, I think it's, if you want like a response, I thought you meant like they never like acknowledge it as an entry. If they didn't like comment on it, that might just be, yeah, if it was like a really big DTIYS, maybe they didn't have time or something, which is unfortunate. But yeah, if you mean response as in like a personal response, I'd say like look for DTIYS from people like you know, or like you've like conversed with them at least like on their art before or something. And they're pretty active and friendly, you know. But then otherwise, if it's like a really big DTIYS, probably they just didn't have time to respond yet. But understandable. It can be really disappointing if you work on something really for a really long time, especially for like some kind of contest or a competition, and then it doesn't feel like your efforts bore any fruit. I gotta go. Already need my power nap for work. All right. That's a good reason to be leaving class. You are excused. Hamster, no! No, what have you done? No! What? What the heck? Dude! You unruly students. Now 30% of this classroom is covered in breadcrumbs. And look, I love bread, but it is a little bit inconvenient to teach with, so I'll just wait until the art fight. That's fair. Nice. I do look forward to art fight as well, but it's really hard to keep up with. So I wasn't able to do it last year. I hope I'm able to this year, but we'll have to see. Anyway, Sensei has filled in the eye for you. Draw this in. Y. Your folder. Okay. Last letter. S. Any guesses? Any last minute guesses? If with enough we can make bread loaves and eventually bread Jenga, the ultimate student pastime. No! Don't be distracted from your studies. Okay. S. Style! Draw this in your style. This is a contest. Students, this is, for those who don't know, this is a contest or an event. Sometimes there's no prizes. It's just like a fun thing. But basically, the host of DTIYS will draw like a little thing. Look, it's a little thing. And then other people will draw the same thing, but like in their style. So maybe someone else will be like this. Oh, wow, this guy's definitely winning. And then usually in the end you have a couple people who are like, oh, I like the way you drew my thing. And then yeah. They're fun, and I think it's good to participate in little artist events like these, especially if you're trying to motivate yourself to draw more, right? Like if you're struggling to come up with like random stuff yourself, if you come come across a DTIYS that inspires you, maybe you can go check that out. Give it a go. Give it a go. Give it a shot. You never know. And then, yeah. Instead of putting the bread loaf on top, you pull on top. You eat it. Yeah. Not during class though. Not during class. Okay. Okay. Sensei has gotten sidetracked. Please be patient. No, not always during class. Okay, how to... Students, attention! How to art Eldritch creatures. So... because of a combination of this terrible this terrible educational conference the Pokemon Presents, and also staying up for the sake of a DTIYS that I left until the last minute, Sensei has ended up sleeping for the most of the day. I've been like sleeping and then napping and like trying to make up for all the sleep that I lost. But kind of, it's not really working because it just doesn't hit the same way during the daytime, right? You gotta sleep during the nighttime. I can't do it anymore. So as a result, Sensei is feeling a little bit, whew. You know this sign? Yeah, this. And coincidentally though, this will be a good state for us to be in when we're making Eldritch creatures, because Eldritch creatures thrive on chaos, disassociation. Did I spell that right? And neuroticism. Wait, is that how you spell it? Wait, is that right? Sensei will need to consult Google for a moment. We've had a cold man doing stars drinking. Don't mind him. Students, please. Neuroticism. Yes. Okay. Ticism. Neurotic. And as such, when we are drawing Eldritch creatures, even when we are not in this state of mind, we want to pretend that we are. We need to summon our deepest, wildest fever dreams, and so that we can spill them out for the world to see. Okay, has everyone taken down these notes? Has everyone? Okay. I'm wiping them off now. Wiping them off the whiteboard so we have more room to work with. Okay. As a result of this teacher, Sensei was going to note that one might be a little more tired and sleepy and quiet, but you know, a couple of really out there students, they've really got my blood pumping again, so I don't think that will be an issue today. Lurk making a snack. Nice. Have a good one. Wait, no. Okay, fine. You go have your snack. I understand you probably didn't have anything yet for recess. Thank you for being a good student, Moon. Is Pingen an Eldritch creature, Sensei? No. I really don't know what's up with this class's unnatural obsession with penguins, but they are in fact not eldritch creatures. They are aliens. They are evil. They are wrong. They're villains. They are my paralysis demons, but that does not make them an eldritch creature. We won't be touching on them today. Thank you for the question. Also, I'll drink the complimentary lurk tea. Do enjoy your lurk tea. Okay. If it was complimentary lurk tea, you're allowed to have it. The pitter patter of paper balls are still raining down upon the whiteboard. Is an alien an eldritch creature, sensei? No, they are actually like two different categories. There's like aliens are more like ufology. Which you can learn more about as an elective if you pick that elective next year. So, for now, let us go on. Let us move on. The second thing you want to do is now, okay, you've thought about what makes you sad and depressed and creeped out, right? The next step is to think about what makes you satisfied. Huh? So, by that I mean shapes, lines, forms, colors. Maybe. Oh wait. This can be in terms of what you see, like on the paper when you draw, or it can be in terms of the subject matter. So maybe like, okay, eyeballs. Maybe you like eyeballs. Maybe you like aesthetics, such as like candy color. I'm pretty sure that's an aesthetic. or what else? Basically any kind of idea that you were distinctly fascinated with. Okay, and then with those two things, you have the basis for your very own eldritch creature. And can I just note also, I see a couple of confused faces. I know some people applied for this class because they wanted to learn arting in general, and I'm just going to say now that eldritch creatures are indeed the first step to professional art. And this is because the first step to becoming artiste, as someone who if you're someone who has not dabbled in the arts very much before, or you have but you want to dabble in it more, as a qualified professional, what I say is the first step is finding exactly this. Something that you're passionate about, or something that really like drives emotions and little thought processes in your brain. I know it's a little bit abstract. Next week or the week after, in a future class, we might try to focus more on like actual technical stuff. The only issue is like I'm obviously I'm a licensed professional, but I will also say that that is not my area of expertise specifically, Sensei still has things to improve on, and as such, my advice in those areas might be more like, it might be like a more stuff that you could kind of stuff you might as well read about or hear about from more credible sources, right? Is Yggdrasil. What's a Yggdrasil? And as such, Sensei has thought about what she can teach that might bring something new or a new perspective. Or something entertaining that isn't really competing with someone else's like even more expert opinion. Well, that looks really cool actually. Whoa! Alright, the tree. I suppose, yes, the Tree of Life can be an eldritch creature if you want it to be. Still snoring. Very well then, Raven won't be passing the mid-semester exams. We know that now. You haven't lived until you've eaten a thermos of instant ramen mid-college lecture. No! How could you, Maxolotl? You and your instant ramen. Anyway. To the IRL. I can imagine. Have fun. Sensei, Raven's snoring bothers me while learning. Okay. Give me a moment. Just a moment now. Let me. I won't let anyone obstruct my students' learning. Not even if they are also a student themselves. Raven! Wake up! To class! Yeah! Off your desk! Get that drool off the desk! Sit up straight! You are a disgrace to the family! Yeah! Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled class. Purpose chill about it. Oh, that's nice. Oh, one of the Eldritch creatures, a shadow. No way! You'll have valuable experience to share with us then. Okay. Anyway. So yeah, I think the most important part of arting, especially if you're starting out, is to have fun with it. And find something that is really like comfortable and easy for you to draw. Like, doesn't matter what it is. If it's comfortable and easy for you, go for it. Just keep drawing it. For me, it's Eldritch creatures, which is why we're doing this lecture today. Because that's my comfort style. That's like my comfort subject. Maybe this seems weird because it's very different to my usual style. But this is like the style that comes out when I'm just like doodling random stuff, right? If I'm like really bored. Well, we won't get into that yet. So, Eldritch creatures may not be your comfort style. It may not be your thing, you know. But in going through this, perhaps you will find something that you are very, very comfortable and passionate about. Yes. Okay, so once you've got these things together, you have the power wait. There, the fist. The power to open up a canvas and draw. Because once we have something that's like consistent and you're having fun with it, then you can go ahead and you can say, I want to branch out from here. I want to practice more on this or that or whatever, right? Okay. For me, the things that I personally draw on are, I'll give a little explanation so maybe that it's easier to understand. For me, I'm particularly comfy focusing on like shapes, form, and tone. That's my personal comfort area, and that's also why I feel like I struggled with colors a lot when I first like moved to digital art. It became more apparent when we're doing like shading layers and stuff. So this was something. These are the things that like I focused on as a comfort thing, and I feel like everything else was, you know, something that I also did, but it was more of a struggle for me than the other ones. So I had to focus on them. Had to like intentionally try to work on them over time. So for me that was color. To work on color. Tone. Yes. We can probably go through more of the really technical. Like there's like art principles. So you got the animation principles. You also have art principles. You can research about them yourself, or we can go through them in at another time. But basically, tone is just this. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's been a while since I've done art class actually. So tone is this. You've seen the cube, right? The infamous cube. And then you have one side that's like really dark. Another side that's medium dark. The other side that's really bright. That's basically this. So, the variation from the range of dark and lighter values, that sort of stuff, shading, all that. But not only shading, because okay, you don't have to worry about this yet. If it's confusing, but darker and lighter values can also actually correspond to color. So even when you're doing grayscale, it's not necessarily like shading, like all the darker stuff or all the darker values are parts where there are more shadows. It's also, there are certain colors that are naturally darker than others. So this might be a yellow. This might be like a red or a blue. Wait, no, I'll say this is red. This might be orange. So you'll notice, like, even when things are grayscale, they will still have like different tones that match different colors. Pulls out a sleeping bag and gets a 9 on the sleep. Alright, have a good dose. Thanks for briefly attending our class, Raven. But yeah, it's... These are the things that are most comfy for me. I think if there are other things that are more comfy for you, you might really enjoy color. That might be your comfort spot. So maybe you'll start with just like, maybe you'll play around with colors more. and you'll do like little palettes for yourself and mess around with that, you know. But today we're focusing on these. Shapes are 2D shapes, like, oops, like this. Form is where you do this. Oops. Wow, now it's three-dimensional. This is form. So, when starting to create an eldritch creature, I would like you all to first think about the shape. First, play around with like different shapes that you like. I like curvy shapes. I like flowy shapes. Shapes like this. Whoosh, whoosh. Or like this. Voila. Because I think these shapes are very flexible. And they can lead to a lot of nice forms later. So, maybe you like geometric shapes. That is also totally cool. Before my Eldritch creatures, I generally prefer more organic shapes because then you can make it look more like fleshy and eldritch and creepy, right? So just mess around with the shapes like these. Something like this can have a couple sharp corners. Maybe have a couple little bends. Oh, that looks like a wing. Now we can already start picturing some things. Even this is a shape that I particularly enjoy. And this sus. No sus content in this classroom. We're completely 100% verified. And we're just gonna fill a page with these, okay? I didn't mean for this to be more like lecture based, because that's what the poll. I ran a little poll for this a little while back, and most people just wanted to be lectured apparently, but like I don't have enough to share to like fully to like write a speech or anything. So yeah, we do some practical stuff too. You can join in, you don't have to. But if you do, if by the end of this you have some eldritch creatures to share, then do please show me. If you like, show me your homework in like the Discord, or if it's on Twitter, you can tag me. And what else? What else? We need to do more curly, grabby shapes. A little pinch. Fidget spinner. Ah, no, it's a fidget spinner. Ooh. It's actually very similar as well, actually, to an exercise that I've done before for animation. I suppose it is very similar, but yeah. It's just fun and helpful in general to get a feel for what comes easiest for you. You like having a little pinched shape. Maybe just a simple circle, that's fine too. Maybe something that's pinched in the middle. squishy. Squishy shapes. Maybe a little bouncy shapes. That works as well. There we go. Got some little cream puffs in the corner or something. Thank you, Dehydrate Max, a little. Okay, and then what we do is we can think about form, and this kind of goes hand in hand with tone. Like you tend to do it like in the same step, right? But you can think about tone. You can think about form before you've added tone, right? So, for example, let's take this. Let's take this example. If you want to add form to it, what we do is think about where it's curving. Wow, maybe it's very round. It's a round little guy, and then its little snout comes out like this. And draw little grid lines to help you visualize where stuff is. Yeah. Wow. And now all of a sudden you have a 3D little guy that looks nothing like any other intellectual property out in the market right now. Wow. Oh, that's just a little shadow. Forbidden corn on the cob. Oh my god. True. Now you can take a look at all of these other stuffs that you've drawn and have a think about, how they could, what kind of form they might have. Because, some of them, they might even dip in the middle. It might be a donut. It could be a donut. And this could have like a flattish kind of top, or could be completely round like a droplet of water. This one maybe is very flat, so can say there's a bit of a base here, but then it narrows out into a little fin like that. Oh, and there you can start to bring your Eldritch dreams into reality. You're one step closer. You're bringing him into the third dimension. You're doing something I could never do. I'm stuck in the second dimension forever. Wah! And then, from there, you think about, okay, I've already done a bit of it, just because they kind of come together, right? But say we take this one, and we imagine that it's really round here, and then it's pinched here. We can start adding tone based on that. And when I'm doing Eldritch creatures, I like to add tone without actually changing the color or anything. So, what I like to use is little hatching styles, or like any other sort of shading style where you don't actually really you don't change the colors, you don't change the base colors. You use a line work to imply shade instead. They took my third dimension kind of in Detroit. God damn, yeah, that's just how it be. There's no other option for us. Okay, can do that to make it more toned. That's more like a little dots effect. kind of. You can also do like the classic hatching, which is just like maybe like this. Just where you're always doing like a lines in one direction, and as you're getting darker, you put the lines closer together. Getting further lighter, you just put them lighter and further away from each other, like that. So can do a bit of this here. Hatching is not great for like super browned bumpy shapes like these. Actually, this is a bad place to put it. Let's see if we were like doing it here or something. Can do a little fade up to the top. Now we have a little bit of hatching. And then maybe it's a little bit darker down here as well. So we do this. Yay! Now we're adding tone to stuff. And also for the really dark parts, you can just black it out like this. That's just like the inside of this little vase thing that's melting into the floor. Oh, you can also do crosshatch. Crosshatch is this thing. I don't know how to do it really well. There are some people who like. I feel like you can tell when someone's like a really cool traditional artist when they can crosshatch really well. Cause I don't know how to do it well. I know it doesn't come to me. Either that or I don't understand how it's meant to work. Basically, you do little like crosses like these, right? And just keep laying them on top of each other. Like this. And this is like the kind of hatching that you see on like a lot of really traditional pencil drawings, I feel like. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And it's another way of kind of patching out the form, the shape and form of a thing. There we go, we can just black up the front part. Wow. I find it more difficult. It's easier to go around like really round shapes this way. Because you know, for hatching it's just straight. It's hard to hatch like a difference across this line, you know, and in this direction. So for in those cases you would use cross hatching, but in general you can do what you want. You can also do dots, do like, you know, the classic little like polka dot sort of stuff. There's a lot of really famous artists that use this. A lot of like storybook artists. Like, it doesn't come to mind right now, but there's like a kid's story picture book guy who uses this a lot, I think. Either that or he was like some kind of contemporary, wait, not contemporary, like, Salvador Dali is coming to mind for some reason. Something like that. Yeah. It wasn't Salvador Dali, it was someone else, but... it's hard. It's kind of hard to do on digital. Because... yeah, Clip Studio is like automatically connecting some of my dots for some reason. I also feel like this is more time consuming. Depending on how like incredibly detailed you want to be. Like you do like tiny dots, do like these tiny little like details inside of your base sketch. Like maybe this is wood or something. There's like little lines or darker valleys carved into the surface. You would put a lot of little dots there and then dots around it. Which I guess you might as well just draw a line, but anyway, it's not important. Okay, this here is now a little pit. Yeah, I'm not good with this kind of shading. I think some people really like it, and it looks really cool. You can get like a lot of detail with this, the dots, if you're good at it. You can do like really cool coloring as well, where you have like dots of different colors, right? But ooh, not for me. Okay, wait. Well, Eldritch whiteboard. There we go. Now that we've gone through these exercises, I'll assume you shaded in a couple of circles or whatever you want. Now, let me clear the whiteboard. Notes taken. Good. Look at Moon being a good student. Sweet! Welcome to class. How are you today? Oi, no bread in the classroom. No bread. No bread. Only I'm allowed to have bread. Okay, I have teacher's bread. Sleepy, that's fair. I feel ya. I was a bit sleepy as well before. Okay, I still am a little bit. I went to sleep earlier today, because I stayed up. I like sat there, after midnight for about like more than 6. Yeah, it was like about like 6 hours. I think I measured it a little bit. It was like 6 to 7 hours I spent just sitting there at like all the way from like 11 to like 5. just working on this painting for a DTIYS last minute, and like I actually finished it, most of it, like in the first 4 or 5 hours. But then I wasn't happy with it. I wanted to add more detail and stuff. It was so really messy, so I spent so long just refining it. Oh my god, give me a moment since he has to take a phone call. exercise. Please draw your paralysis demon while Sensei is gone. I will be going to grab some tea. Night night. Students, class is resuming. Alright. I'm back with tea. It is Earl Grey once again. Maybe I should expand my tea collection. For real. Starting a GoFundMe for tea. I know. Hope me to buy a 1,000 tea collection. Ha ha ha. I see, yeah. So can be sleepy together. How's art, by the way? Art is we haven't really gotten to the thick of it yet. As you can see, we've gotten a little bit sidetracked so far. Perhaps next time I do this, I might try to stay a little. I'll try to stay a little bit more on track. I'll be a little bit less responsive to as a result, but well, I'll try my best. We'll figure it out as we go, right? Because this is basically still like art chatting stream, I guess. It's just that I'll focus more on like explaining things and the process, and yeah, going through the art and steps. So that'll be on. This will continue on like another Monday. It's not Monday. It's Tuesday. Ah! This will continue on another Tuesday sometime. So anyway, I'll go back and have fun on your journey. Thank you. But yeah, if you or if anyone else has any questions, feel free to put up your hand. I will answer them when I see them or when I can. Yeah. Or we might have a little question box for next time as well, if that becomes necessary. I don't want to draw my demons. I know it's hard, but you have to face your inner demons, or else they'll haunt you forever. It's okay, sleep paralysis demons are friends. Yes, usually, except for mine, because mine are penguins and they're not my friends. But basically, we were just drawing sleep paralysis demons, and if you have followed along with this exercise, you will ideally, hopefully, have something to go off of now as we move on to the next stage of this class. Actually drawing the Eldritch creature. Okay. Now that you have some ideas, now that you have, some practice with just shapes and forms that interest you, what we need to do is just take all of that and put it into one of those cake icing tubes like this. Those things. You know what I mean, right? The little icing packet. And you squeeze it all out together, and like, and then it becomes. Here, if you have too little attention span, you should still draw or say let it be. Whatever you want. You can like do just a little doodle. Just little doodles if you want, like not full doodles. Whatever is easiest for you. Cause the main lesson that I want people to take away from this, if you take away anything at all, then I hope this is it. It's just that the first step to like, if you really want to like focus on art and like, cause I've had a couple of like non-artist friends before who will be like, oh, I wanna do art, I wanna get better, but they struggle to actually do it, and for a multitude of reasons, right? Sometimes they don't have time or whatever, but also the most like common feel that I get is just that like most people are just like I can't draw, or like they'll draw something and they'll think, oh, that's so bad, I can't do this at all. And no, I'm here to say that is not bad. That is not wrong. That is the first step to producing stuff that you are happy with. Yeah, because for people who have spent a lot of their life drawing, a lot of people started when they were kids. A lot of, these like, when you go on Instagram and you see like a really amazing artist and they're like, oh, hi, I'm 14 years old. That's usually because they've like been drawing since they were small. And when you're small, you don't think about how good or bad your drawing is. You don't draw like a cat. You don't draw a cat like this and think like, oh my god, terrible, I'm never gonna be a good artist. Right? At some point you start thinking that. But there's a stage at which you pick up a pen and you just have fun with it, right? And that's the easiest time for people to like start getting into drawing. But that's not because it's actually it's not necessarily because like you will improve faster, at that age or whatever. It's just because you're less inhibited by yourself. Like you can still improve just like that as well, even if you haven't drawn in 15 years. You can start today. You can do it. You just have to like put yourself in the same mindset as someone who's like just started, right? If that perfectionism is something that's stopping you. And I think it's easy to be stopped by that because art is so, it's visual. It's right there. And like even if you're not an artist, you can usually tell when something's wrong, right? You can usually look at something and be like, oh, the anatomy doesn't look right, because we look at things all day, all the time. And we can tell when something's uncanny valley. But yeah. Guilty! Welcome to the classroom. Please put away your breadcrumbs. We don't eat bread like in class here, and we also actually, we don't support penguins. So okay, other question. I drew once, but only out of negative thoughts to express my frustration. Should I start again? Absolutely. I think so. Cause like honestly, like I was just saying, this is negative thoughts. That's like part. That is a part of like my little cake icing bottle, right? It's got its own little bubble here. It's not all of it. It shouldn't be all of it because that's not healthy. Like, you can't be producing negative thoughts all day just so you can draw. And like, it's not possible to an extent, and it's also not healthy, obviously. But it's valid for that to be a part of it, or it's valid for it to start off being just that, right? Because then it grows into, you find other things to draw inspiration from. I think as long as the process of drawing itself isn't making you like feel more negative thoughts, it isn't making them worse, as long as it's like actually an outlet and not like a codependent sort of negative cycle with your emotions, then it's definitely like there's art therapy, and that's entirely what it's all about. Just like taking things that are really difficult to get out emotionally and using art as a way to do that. Because some things you can't do it with words. You can't say it with words. You can't express it that way entirely, or it's more easier for you to visualize it instead, right? So yeah, absolutely. Quick hi, I'm gonna sleep, but you're totally right. I'm glad you agree. Kelsey here is also a really cool artist. Really, really cool. And I will shout them out actually. Go see. Go check them out. Not only are they an artist, but they also do 3D animation and 2D animation. Super cool. I basically only do 2D. I can do a little 3D, but it's so limited. I hate it. So like, massive props to them. Go check them out, please. They're so cool. They're so chill. Animation memes is what got me started drawing Toonie. Cool. Yeah, that's a really good source of inspiration as well. Like honestly, like art kid community on YouTube and DeviantArt, like it's not bad. It's pretty good for like immersing yourself in it and getting inspired like as a kid. I think we can still get inspired by it now. Like there's a lot of talented little kiddos out there. They're scary, but they're talented and good source of inspiration. I had art therapy. Oh, you did that. Nice. Was it helpful for you? I hope it was helpful. Are we on rehab? Maybe you are. Maybe we're all arsonists here and we're all just taking rehab for our pyro-inclined pyrophilic tendencies. Let's put it that way. Alright. Yes. Take all of that inspiration, and this part is the most difficult to explain for me, probably because it's very internal, right? You just like you start drawing and it comes out. Some people, most of the time, what I do. Okay, I'll set this up as like a versus a normal style of drawing. Most of the time, you know, I have an idea of what to do. Like, see, I have an image in my head. I'm thinking Mona Lisa. I picture Mona Lisa, and I think about how she's positioned, and then I draw her out like this. Is that what she looks like? I don't know. And then you got her hands here, and she's like, she's smiling, crazy. Okay, and then you draw it, right? You draw it according to a plan, like you have a sketch and everything. But for me, when I do Eldritch creatures, I follow a very different process, which is where you don't start with an idea exactly of what you want to draw. I don't start drawing Eldritch creatures with like knowing what they're gonna turn out like. You start with like a simple shape. It can be a circle. Circle is easy to start with. And then you think about what other shapes you enjoy that you want to add onto it. Maybe I like this shape. Maybe I want to add another one. Maybe I feel like there's too much round shapes, so I add a really hard one. Now, part of it is letting your self-conscious take the reins. And just, it's like improvising. But in terms of arts. And this is making me think bird, so naturally I want to put an eye here. But also we could put an eye here. There could be an eye octopus. And then you can have tendrils. Maybe they have tendrils coming off with more eyes. Maybe it's like a snail. And then you start picturing the texture. That's a helpful thing to think about as well, I think, the texture, because that really like correlates with the form and the shape, and also how you shade it. It was, well, let's say something else helped me more. I see. Well, that's valid. You know, not everything will work for everyone. But if it's something that you want to like try again, not for the sake of therapy, but just for the sake of drawing itself, right? I would still encourage you to give it a go if it's something that you want to. But no, otherwise, if it's not helpful, if you don't enjoy it, then you don't have to. Squawk. So slimy. slimy. Maybe when we add some like little drips of slime or whatever, the way we shade it will be different. Maybe shade it will be more smooth. And then maybe later we'll start adding some like proper shading with, okay, like this. What I'm doing right now is I'm like shading in the form inside this snail like liquid skin shape appendage. And then this negative space, this white space, this is like the light shining through. Because if this is like a snail like thingo, then the slime isn't completely see-through, but it's also not completely opaque. So from the sides where like it's thinner, like if you imagine like on the sideways cut, you know, here there's a lot of slime material, so the light isn't coming through. But maybe here it's very thin, so it's like coming through more. Like this, right? So when we turn this around like this, you'll see the light coming through more here, and you'll see that in the middle it's usually darker. And that's why we get like a bit of rim lighting, kind of. This actually applies to most things that are like fleshy, or like, well, a lot of things in general, unless they're like completely very opaque. But you don't have to worry too much about that yet. That's just a tip. If you're drawing slimy stuff or any kind of like slightly see-through thing, make sure you have little highlights around the edges to show that like some light is still passing through. Okay, and then ice. Add more of them. And at this point, it's starting to make me think of a sea anemone or something like that. So maybe we can make a more sea creature, like it's like a sea slug bird, something. Like sometimes you can think I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Like I'm comfortable with this shape, but I want to try something different and new. So maybe I'll add like a little extra little bump here. Up. I'll add an extra little bump so it's not completely square. Completely going down in a smooth curve. And now it looks like there's a nose or something. And we can place the mouth higher than it originally was going to be, so now they have a weird funky chin and a weird funky snout. Oh yeah, yo, how are you? Welcome to class. What does your sleep paralysis demon look like? Currently have some Earl Grey tea with me. Very lovely, thank you for the hydrate. Now we starting to... I usually don't start shading this early, but you know, sometimes it helps to have the shading there. Sometimes it helps. You want the eyes to look a little bit sunken, so I'll have this bit protruding out. That's like the bottom of the eye. And if this bit is lighter than like this eyelid place, then it will look like it's like coming out a bit, right? I'm a lurky. Nice, thank you for the lurky. Always appreciate it. Probably like a furious wolf with a skull head. Interesting. I have to plan my birthday. Exciting. Have fun with it. fun. When is your birthday again? It was sometime early March, right? Maybe it's more solid here. It's a little bit more solid, so it's gonna be like bony colored. Okay, and here we can start expanding into the rest of the body. And like, I do really like these curvy swirly shapes, so I tend to just layer them on top of each other like this randomly until like something comes up. What also helps is like looking at references of real life anatomy, because often like a real life biological matter is like actually really cool and interesting. I would cite that and the manga artist for Made in Abyss as my two like biggest inspirations or influences for this style of drawing. On Friday! Exciting! No way! That's so close. I'll try to pop in and say hi if I'm able to. When is yours? Later this year. Later this year. Will it be another... Wait, was it? You did a subathon a while back, right? Is it gonna be another like big event like that? Right. Cause I imagine it would be so tiring though to like have so many events in a row. Not in a row, but like really close to each other, right? Okay, I feel like there's a bit of a joint here. So we add some more slime. And we need to continue on having something at the back. So this is another one of the shapes that I really like. I like drawing spines. I think this shape is like, I don't know how accurate my spines are. Probably not very accurate, but like this shape is very satisfying to me. Just like the little knobs and then the little valley. This comes up again. You want it to curve back a little. Alright, if you like, you can DM me the date only if you feel comfy too. I can. I just feel awkward. I don't know. I just feel awkward, like making it like very clear publicly for some reason. Mostly just cause like I guess I don't really want my birthday to be like much of a thing. I'm the type of person who enjoys like a quiet birthday. Will this be a normal stream with Stardew and Fall Guys? Oh, cute. That sounds comfy then. Sounds very comfy. No tiring stuff. I'm glad. Yeah, you should take care of yourself after doing such a big stream. And here we're starting to run out of space, but I'm also taking into consideration there's a lot of dark shading and a lot of detail here. So we probably don't want the rest of it to be like drawing attention away from here too much. Add more detail to the eye. Kind of a funky pupil like this. Wow. Anyways, lurky time. Enjoy your lurk. Thanks for coming by, Ollie. Okay. I'll move this a little bit though, so you have more space to work with. And let's see. first thing I think of is like seahorse for some reason. But I feel like it shouldn't have too much. I feel like it shouldn't have back legs. It should just be like a tail that fades out or something. Because there's a lot of stuff going on over here. I want it to be very like front heavy, I feel like. And these are all decisions that you can kind of make on the go. Just as you feel like it, you know? It doesn't have to be like the best decision or anything. What I mostly mean is just like going with the flow. Go with the flow. I know maybe that advice is a little bit vague, but there's not a lot of other ways I can describe it. Just like going with whatever feel or idea comes to you. And for different people that will mean different things. Okay, I feel like here, instead of like a hoof or anything, you bring back the shape, this feathery shape, so that there's like a little bit of consistency. And also it looks a little bit like hands, but they're not quite hands. They're a little bit funky and a little bit spooky, and we like that. Okay, and I will like lightly hatch limbs and other objects that are further away from where we're looking at the thing, just to make it clear that this is like in a different plane on the Z-axis. So that's another smallish sort of like little tip which might help. Sardunia! Hello! Boo! I wasn't scared by you. I'm not scared by you. I'm already well immersed in the spooky Eldritch atmosphere. So welcome to the class. How are you? How are you today? You shouldn't be. I'm just a deer. True, cute. How are you today? Would you like to share with the class what your eldritch creature is? Because we are currently, I spent like way too long. I spent like an hour or something, an hour and a half, like trying to explain the lead up to my process, and now I'm finally doodling the actual thing. So that's what we're working on today. Feel free to just lurk, or if you have any art questions in particular that you wanted to ask of any sort, feel free to put up your hand and I shall get to you. Being a chillin', I don't have an eldritch creature. A lucky one among us, I see. You've already conquered all of your inner demons. Okay, I will lurk only as I am busy, but I wanted to say hello. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you stopping by to say hello. Gotta say, I love your voice. Yo, that's so nice of you to say. Thank you. I like your voice as well. I like your voice. It's super comfy and soothing. Very fitting of a Tilan. I hope you enjoy your work. No, I mean yes. I hope you enjoy your work as well. But I hope you enjoy your lurk and good luck with your work. Hey. Now we go back to. What is this? Okay, go back to the fingies. Let me think. I am now feeling like we need a little bit more balance of shading here. So we start maybe adding a little bit of the tips. to fit in with, because this is a similar shape, but we have a lot more shading here. So I feel like when you look at this, you kind of expect there to be some darkness there as well, some solidity. There we go. What else we have for the body? It'd be easy to just do like rib cage or something, but I feel like that doesn't really fit with this design. Actually, I feel like something a little bit more like ethereal, like a sort of spooky, yucky ethereal. Yeah, something like this. All of the comfy shapes that I enjoy. Just let all of the comfy shapes that you enjoy when you're drawing your Eldritch creature. So let them out. Just have fun with it. If you want to draw lots of circles, do lots of circles. If you really like this little wavy shape, then do a wavy shape. I'm doing lots of little wavy, slimy shapes because I enjoy this shape a lot. Does it sound weird to say that? I enjoy this shape. I am an enjoyer of this particular shape. Because it does feel like that way though. I don't know if other artists have preferred shapes as well. Don't think I've ever asked anyone, but maybe I should. Just ask all my artist friends, like, hey, what's your favorite shape? And I'm like, oh, you mean triangle or square or like, no. What's your favorite like abstract shape? It can be literally any shape. It can be like a super specific one. It could be this. It could be. If you wanted it to be, no, you could take this and you could just like plaster it all over your design. Wait, we take this and we just go. Oh, whoops, no, too tiny. Put it here. I know, what happened? And then just keep putting them everywhere. And then it forms like, oh my god, it's like one of those tessellation, it's one of those designs where like it connects into each other somehow. Oh, you just keep making more and more, and you just, yeah, look at them go. My favorite shape, my favorite pattern. When the Eldritch creature is sus. Okay, maybe that's enough. Maybe. Wait, hold on a second. This doesn't look too bad, right? This doesn't look bad. And my layer space looks a bit terrifying, but maybe that was the Eldritch abomination all along. Wait, okay, if we erase a couple places where it like pops out, only here and here, then wait, think about it. It's like bark. I think from afar it looks alright. Actually, you're like, oh, it's really like textured, right? And then you zoom in, and it's like, hold on a second. adds a little bit more color, a little not color, like tone, a little bit more texture to it. Okay, I will scrap that. But see, inspiration strikes at the most unexpected times. Because now I can try going in and like adding an actual barky or like scaly sort of texture. Like maybe it's just on top of all the. Ooh, actually, you know, slugs, snails, they do actually have a bit of like texture on their slime, right? It's not just slime. There's a little plate like flaky, almost scaly shapes on their slimy bodies. Those are pretty cool too. Yeah, let's make them go all the way around. I feel like there's like a shape and like a texture, sort of like library, almost, that you as an artist can develop over time. And part of that comes from drawing from real textures and like just remembering how you did it, right? But also part of it is, part of it is experimenting with different shapes and being like, oh, this looks funky. This looks interesting. Maybe I'll use this in the future in like a character design or something. Okay. There's a little bit too textured there. Make it more sparse. I don't like it being too much all over these parts because they feel kind of like really slimy and they're not meant to have scaly stuff all over it. They're meant to be shiny. So maybe we'll keep it to the top. So it's like a little scaly texture along the spine. And a little bit trailing off here as well, along the tail, and a tiny bit here, the arm. Then let me think. Do we think this Eldritch creature is done yet? Usually at this point, if you've made most of the creature already, then I'm gonna kind of go back and just add stuff as you see fit. Like, maybe I want a little bit of extra stuff here. I want to add a more definition to this part. This is usually where more of the shading gets added and refined. And especially this part where we started. Oh, whoops. I accidentally, that's okay. This part where we started is pretty messy because we were just starting out then. So I can clean it up a little bit. Just a little bit. Like so. Like so. Pretty sure that's something Bob Ross says. Doesn't he? I should have, oh my gosh. I should have prepared an asset or something where I just have a Bob Ross afro. Did you know that Bob Ross got his afro because like he couldn't afford to cut his hair or something? So he had that for a long time, just for that one reason. But then once he had the money to cut his hair again, he had become too famous for his afro that like his producer or something wouldn't let him cut it. They were like, no, it's too iconic. You gotta keep the afro now. He's stuck with an afro for life. What a shame. Imagine if he got known for like a mohawk or something, then he would have had to stick with a mohawk for the rest of his life too. Eyes. I think eyes are a very common feature in like any kind of spooky type drawing or design. Possibly because they're like the windows to the soul, but also because I think like people fear being perceived. Being perceived is scary. Being perceived all the time or with a lot of different eyeballs is also very scary. But then additionally, for me as an artist, I have like a particular fear of like getting some kind of eye injury or an infection or something that would cause me to need eye surgery, or like a parasite or something that lives in the eye, because okay, parasites in general are just like good, right? They're a good inspiration for these eldritch things. They're so disgusting to me that it's pretty easy for me to think of like a parasite and just go like, yes, okay, that that belongs as an eldritch creature. Stop. I'm sorry. You may mute me. This is your content warning. I'm giving you a content warning now. You may mute me for the next minute. If you do not wish to hear about icky parasites and stuff. No, this is not how you will be. No matter how much bread you bury yourself in, it still won't save you from your inner demons. Especially not while you're eating bread in the middle of class. How dare you? How very dare you? But yeah, what immediately comes to mind is content warning. You know, like the wasps, parasitic wasps, with they get these little caterpillar guys. Get the poor little caterpillar guys. And then the wasps lay babies like inside the caterpillar. And then the caterpillar doesn't die yet. Not when the babies hatch. When the babies hatch, you know, they just like come out, and the caterpillar is still like somewhat fine somehow. It's still alive. But then the caterpillar starts like protecting the babies. It's like, yes, my babies, my parasitic wasp babies. It'll let you protect the little guys from like ants and other stuff. And then eventually it will pass away. And then the babies are like, yes, free food. After all the caterpillars done for them. Okay, it's a very disgusting process, right? But good source of inspiration. National Geographic, just like nature in general, is pretty good at being disgusting. So honestly, just like, if you're struggling to come up with ideas for like really out there, like alien spooky shapes and forms and ideas, I think just pull up National Geographic David Attenborough, or just like search up on YouTube like nature documentary. I guarantee you'll find something like absolutely bonkers, especially if it's like, yeah, especially in terms of bugs and in terms of sea creatures. I think those two in particular have like super wild and like unexpected evolutionary adaptations and stuff. Mostly because like, or maybe they seem more foreign because in terms of bugs, we don't see them very often, right? And we also don't see deep sea creatures like very often daily. So I think that just like, that means there's a lot of room for there to be a lot of weird functions that we're not used to seeing. Because we haven't seen them before, they seem very weird and out there, and like, what is actually real life, or is this just fantasy? Yes, it is real life. Mother Nature is crazy, bonkers. And that's partly why I tried to study biology together with like arts as well, actually. Just because like biology is a really good source of inspiration. It genuinely is. So like the more I get to learn about it, the more that feeds into my art. Like if we're gonna go draw like people in the street or whatever, sure, that's good for anatomy and stuff, but it's boring. It's kind of boring. No, we see humans all the time. I'd much rather go out there and, well, not go out there. I'd much rather sit inside and watch something like mind-blowingly weird. Ayo! Welcome back, Max. How are you? It feels really weird to say it because like I know someone in real life called Max. I know it's a pretty common name, but like feels weird. How are you? How are you? We're just finishing up this little creature here. And if anyone's been making their own little doodles as well, please do show me. I would really love to see. And it would be fun to like share everyone's stuff at some point as well. If we do have a lot of people following along, or you know, even just a couple, I will share your stuff. And for the class to admire. And we can talk about it. Or not if you don't want to. And good, you. Nice. I'm doing well as well. I always have a good time when I'm doodling these little creatures. It is over. You can come out now. You can unplug your ears. Also, I left a drawing of my most recent OC in the server. Nice, nice! But yeah. Spooky stuff. Good inspiration for spooky art. Or at least for me. That's like my brand of spooky that I enjoy. I think for a lot of people, for other people, they have other kinds of spooky art. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a spooky art side. That's like the vent art side, basically. And everyone has like different vent aesthetics that they focus on. For me, it's like creatures. I think for other people, for some people, it's like humans. Like body parts and stuff. That's like partly tied into this. Because, you know, we got some spooky body parts in different places, but there are some people who focus on more like human body horror, I guess. And that's also another way you can take it. You can have fun with that. Or existential horror. I don't know how you would do that. I would maybe just draw universes and stuff. You draw like a little person, and it was like just a little guy in the vast expanse of space. Someone gave me the idea of Goth Maid, and I speedran that drawing. Nice. I like creatures more too. Valid. I think creatures are more interesting too, because yeah, there's a lot more you can do with them. You can be you can be really flexible, and also I don't like clothing. I just like these organic shapes. Yeah, we can spend more time cleaning this up, or do we want to do one more like really quick speed creature before we leave? We can do one more real quick, just so you can like see through the process again, like in a short form way, if that helps, perhaps. Okay, we finished squirting out this creature. Now we. Oh, whoops. That's okay. Now we go on to another one. New little guy. New dude. I feel old. I just stretched and hear my back crack like a glow stick. Oh my gosh. That's okay. I've been hearing that more often as well. I used to be able to bend down without cracking my knees. I can't anymore. It's really bad. It feels bad. Maybe I should actually exercise more. I should. I will. But first, I must draw. It's important. It's definitely not unhealthy for me to sit at my desk drawing for hours in a row. But that's what we do. Let's go. Okay. Artist posture keeps kicking my ass. Yeah, felt. I guess you really need to remind yourself every now and then. Just like, you can set an alarm if that helps. I've heard that's a good idea. You can set an alarm, and it's like every 20 minutes at least. Or at least every 20 minutes, set an alarm to just like double check your posture and look away for like 20 seconds. I think somewhere I heard that if you have screen time for 20 minutes and then away time for 20 seconds, you can keep your eyes relatively healthy. It should be pretty easy to do, but I still don't do it because it's, you just forget. It's just an extra thing to think about, but I really should. You know what? I'll start again now. Doodling. Yes, go go go! I'll be so happy to see what you've made if you want to share it afterwards. Or not, if you don't want to. It's perfectly valid to like, you know, especially if you're starting at a time where you can already tell when you've gotten that anatomy a little bit off or colors a little bit muddy, and you know, you're in that stage where it's really difficult for you to be happy with your own art. That's okay. So like, draw for yourself, and once you're more confident, if you're feeling more comfortable with it, you can start sharing it with people that you trust, who you know aren't going to like, they're not gonna, you know, trash on you or anything for it. Yeah, I have ADHD. I'd probably forget my head to someone if it weren't attached to me. Valid, yeah. Anyway, keep doodling. Where do we start this time? Do you want to start with a prompt? It can help to start with a prompt sometimes. Just have like a random idea to go off of. Or you can start with the shapes. I feel like when you're getting warmed up drawing, you start with shapes first because it's more technical, you don't have to think about anything. But then later on, as I get more into it, I think about it more. And sometimes that works to my detriment because then the ideas don't flow as like sequentially, as naturally. They don't evolve and sort of sprout out of nowhere the way they would otherwise. But it's good for a warm-up exercise. Believe me, I draw horribly, but I don't care who I scare with it. Good. You shouldn't care, and you shouldn't take yourself to draw horribly, because there is no such thing. I don't believe you. If it's art that you put heart and time into, and that you've enjoyed making, it's good art. If you'll prefer having a prompt before you draw, Goth made is valid. True. It sure is on. I think for this it's better to have something more abstract. If you're too solid with what you're doing, that can kind of box you in a little bit more. You'd be like, oh, it has to look like this. So let's start with like a really broad, random general concept. Like, let me grab like a word from my bookshelf. Deer. How about deer? Not like the animal deer, but like diary kind of deer. It's not very visual, right? It doesn't like directly translate to any sort of image, but I think that's good, because then you can think about, okay, well, what kind of shape does this image make me, does this word make me feel, even though it's not meant to describe an image. One time I have ADD when I'm not in the mood, it gets rough. Yeah, that's valid as well. I'm sure you've seen it. It's just like pretty much almost every artist you'll find will like every now and then enter into like an absolutely terrible and frustrating phase where they can't make anything, and they're just like, they're probably like crying on the couch. They're crying on the couch with their potato chips because they can't draw today and they don't know why. They have no motivation. It's just not coming to them. And you know, there are guides. There's people who give advice on how to avoid that, like, oh, how to deal with burnout and stuff like that. But I think those work to an extent. Not only is it highly personal for everyone, but I think sometimes for some people, as just part of the cycle, and you kind of have to learn to like just deal with it and live with it, rather than like trying to fight it too much. Or like, no, yeah, or like not necessarily having to break out of it. Like sometimes you're not going to do your best work. You're not gonna do the thing that you wanted to do today. But you can draw something else instead, and that will still be progress. You'll still be doing something. Now when I think the word deer, oops, I think drip. Yeah. This is our starting shape. From here, kind of build from it. Here there's an opposite drip. I'm thinking of wings, but I don't want this to become too like, okay, it's just wings. There's normal bird wings, right? I want to try not to think of it as wings, but rather as like as a line, as a pattern, and then we fill it in with something else which may or may not be feathers. It may be weird little extension thingos, hairy stuff. And I know. Where does this connect to? Like this. Maybe this is a jewel or a diamond. Sponge! Wow, so many new students. Welcome to the classroom. How are you today? Oh my god. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. No, my name is Snivi, not Mark. My name is Snivi. I'm an artist and an animator. And today I'm teaching y'all how to draw Eldritch creatures. This is what we were just working on. Here. This is a little funky, weird, spooky guys. I don't know. But thank you so much for the read. What were you just working on? How are you all? Ah! No, Smudge! Okay, ground rules, and no bread in the classroom. No bread in the classroom, please. And to be, no! Not again! Oh my god. Did you manage to beat the orc twins yet? Please tell me you beat them. Please tell me you finally beat them. No way! Yeah! Yeah! Good on you, Sponge. Good on you. Oh my god. Okay, for those who don't know, I've been watching Sponge like fight these orc waifu twin bosses in Wings of V for like the past maybe even a week. No, okay, not week in like actual time, but like oh my gosh, you got a streak. No way. It's been at least like several days, right? Of just working on this. He's been trying so hard, and oh man, dude, I'm proud of you. Hi! Please go if you haven't yet. Go give him a follow, give him some support so that he can make his way through the rest of the game, the rest of those 13 bosses. Hello, Winsy! Welcome to the stream. How are you today? How are you all? If you have any questions, if you have any like art-related questions, please feel free to like ask them today. Just feel free to just to make sure you put your hand up before you speak. You know, general manners. I'm not a professional, clearly, but I can give whatever advice I can. Hopefully, and if it's helpful, it's helpful. Hopefully. Yeah, feel free to draw along with me as well. If you do draw along with me, I'd be super excited to see it. So please do show me if you do. Show me your homework. It was three streams, 12 hours in total. Oh my god, that's like actually half a day. No way. And yeah, no worries. You deserve all the shoutouts. Oh, you're sleepy? Fair. I'm a little sleepy as well, because I stayed up all night yesterday watching the Pokemon Presents. The Pokemon Presents talk, and it was really disappointing, but then I had to stay up again because at that stage it was already too late to go back to sleep, or I should say too early to go back to sleep, so I just stayed up. I pulled a sponge. I stayed up until like what, 5 or 6. It was so bad. And then I spent most of the day just sleeping, and I'm still sleepy and I'm still tired, but it's fine. Once we're done with this, I'm gonna go have like an actual rest. Gonna be grumpy later. No, don't be grumpy. No, the ad. RIP. Not a professional. No, I'm glad you enjoy the emotes. I'm super glad you enjoy the emotes. But yeah, I'm definitely not like an actual professional in the industry by any means. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But also, I'll try my best to answer anything that you should like to ask about it. Yeah, I'm meaning to make this like a mini series, sort of, kind of mini series. We'll see how much I can get through. But basically, this is like the first of this perspective series, I suppose. And my main aim today, the reason I picked this topic of Eldritch creatures is actually because Sponge, thank you for the gift of sub! Thank you so much. The reason I chose this topic today is because, for me, Eldritch creatures are my comfort thing to doodle. My normal art style is very different. My regular art style is more like, I don't know, what's another thing? It's more like not this. I'll show you something else. Okay, I usually draw like this, just like people, right? But every now and then I like to go back to my roots, sort of, and doodle with spooky stuff, because I feel like, yeah, that's the easiest outlet for me. And what I want this stream to be is I want it to be inspire anyone who like wants to start arting but is like worried about it or doesn't really know where to start. I hope this is a comfy place to start for you. Obviously you don't have to draw Eldritch creatures as well, but yeah, basically I think the first step is finding something that you're comfortable with, or something that you really enjoy and you're passionate about, and like, you just feel good when you draw it, right? For me, that's Eldritch creatures. For you, maybe it's something else. Whatever it is, I hope you aren't afraid to just start doodling it. Just have fun and share it around with your friends or people you trust who aren't going to like roast you or anything. Like say anything, mean things, and just like get comfortable with that. You will always be like technically a little bit a little bit less than you want, but if you can like be happy with your art, like at its core, regardless of its like technical skill, then that will give you enough strength to keep improving, right? All I hear is Snivi's ad about paranormal plays. Oh my god, wait, no, that's so fitting though. That's so fitting. Family Will, thank you for the follow. Oh my gosh, I remember you. I remember you from Spontaneous streams. How are you today? How are you? Do you have a paralysis demon to share with us? Sleep paralysis demons? Proud of you! It's 8 a.m. No! Sponge! Go to sleep! Go to sleep, please! You can't be like this. Baby penguin sniffing news. No! No! I'm not a baby and I'm not a penguin. I do need my sleep. Need my sleep. I've been getting up way too early. Clearly. And then I've been sleeping way too late. But no. Oh no! Gopsy! That's so sweet of you. It's so sweet of you to see. Gopsy artist up tier 2. Go check them out. Go check them out. Spooky stuff is best stuff. Whoa! No way, dude! Double raid. Was this a coordinated effort? Wow, dude, welcome, Nixmatic and Raiders. How are you today? Welcome to the classroom. We are currently we're in the middle of welcoming some new students to our quote-unquote art class. I say quote-unquote because like I'm not really like doing art. I guess like. We're just drawing Eldritch creatures because it's fun. and if you wanna draw along, please do as well. So oh my god, let me catch up on messages. Mine is animal people. Yo, furries are valid. Hello, you're welcome. Thank you. I'm doing fine. A bit sleepy. Wow, nice. Thank you for buffing in, family. Well, I'm a bit sleepy as well because it's pretty late now. But it's been a good time. It's been a good time doodling and stuff. So, aye, Gremlin raid, Gremlins. Show yourself, Gremlins. Show yourself. How's your day been? And question 2, what does your sleep paralysis demon look like? So cool. Thank you. Yeah. What were you just doing? Well, please tell me about it. We'll give you a shout out. I hope the shout out isn't still in cooldown. That would be awkward. Whoa! Yo! Please go check out Nyx if you haven't yet as well. Super cool, super cute. I'm not a furry. That's valid as well. Everyone like has their own definition of furry, right? Basically, I told my gremlins to behave. Good. We'll be needing some good students in here. Good students. I had a bit of a rough start because everyone was misbehaving. They were throwing breadcrumbs everywhere. They were tossing paper airplanes at me. It was really horrible. But now that you're here, I can't wait to finally have some dedicated, well-behaved students. Just doing art commission. Dude, do you wanna show the class? You wanna show the class your art commission progress so far? AC, stop eating in class! Stop it! Stop! 30% of the classroom is already covered in breadcrumbs. I can't have this. I'm getting out the roller. Yeah! 你给我丢着！不要吃面包！上课不吃面包！吃面包我打！每一片我打一次，不打一次，可以啊！ Are you sure? Yeah, of course, of course. Links are allowed, so feel free. Feel free to just like pop a link in here if you want. You can teach it with them. Like, yes, I will. I will be. Oh my God, Baldy! Remember? God, does anyone remember Baldy? Baldy, like the math teacher, like semi thriller game. Baldi's Basics, that's what it's called. Oh my God, dude, I remember that. That was like massive at some point. I watched like so many like playthrough videos. Child abuse. Oi, no. You don't get to say that. You don't get to say that. Yo. You had it coming. You know you had it coming. I feel like I'm being scolded. No, not you, Nix. That was only directed towards AZ. No. Yes. You are appreciated. You are much appreciated here. So cute. Oh my gosh. Let me show the class. Okay. Dun-dun! This is Nixmatic's most recent commission. Yo, look at that. It's so cute. The art style. I love this art style so much. Like the pencil, sketchy art style. The little blushy. It's so warm. It's so soft, right? Well, is this a wooden mic or is this like part of the jumper? Oh, so your hands? Can I steal your hands, please? Can I steal your hands? I hate hands. I struggle with them so much. So like massive props to you. These look so good. Thank you so much for sharing. This is my side water mic. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Oh, your hands. Hand them over. They're mine then. 谢谢了。不用。Okay. We shall now get back to the Eldritch doodling. Oh my gosh, I'm running a little bit over time, so I'm afraid I won't be here for too much longer. But we can draw one more little Eldritch guy together while we're here. So yeah. Thank you again so much, both Sponge and Nixmatic, for the raids. I hope both of you are having a lovely time. If you're tired, I imagine, especially Sponge after playing Wings of V, extremely stressful looking platforming action game thingo. If you gotta go take a break. Absolutely. You are excused from class. You're hereby excused. And I thank you very much for having come along today to doodle. No, it's fun. Yeah, I'm sure it has its fun moments. I'm sure it is. But I also don't know. I don't know if I would ever be able to submit to the amount of sheer, what do you even call it? Sheer trauma that you have been put through, Sponge. I'm not quite Chad enough. I haven't grown a mustache yet. Maybe when I do have a mustache. No worries. I shall listen quietly in the class. Thank you for being such a good and attentive student. You're much appreciated. Hello, Pongy. How are you doing today? Welcome to class. Have you brought your homework with you? Have you brought your homework? You didn't forget about homework, right? Everyone knows about the homework. Everyone brought the homework except for you. It's true. Just keep on the path of the yogurt mill. You get there eventually. True. I will become a yogurt male. No, I already am a yogurt male. I will become an alpha yogurt male. And then nothing will stand in my way. No, but I have music. I'm glad you have music at least. It's always nice. Sponge ate my homework. Sponge, how could you? Can't believe it's true. I couldn't help myself. It looked delicious. No. No eating in class. That means no eating bread and no eating homework. It's as simple as that. It's really as simple as that. Don't make homework bread then. No. You must have misunderstood the assignment. That's on you, Sponge. That's on you. I'm currently trying to I'm not trying to stop children. I'm trying. No, don't you cry at me. Don't you try the puppy eyes. That won't work on anyone. No pity party for you. Not you either, Sponge. Stop it. You're not primary school students. We are in college. This is university. Bachelor's degree. This is beyond the sort of behavior I expect here. No. You're not allowed to be shook either. None of it. None of that. Don't even try it on me. Oh, look at you. Now you're laughing. I knew you were just putting it on for show. God damn it. Goodness. What I am trying to do is, I'm trying to do one more really quick Eldritch doodle. Let's be super quick. And this is inspired by the word deer. Because sometimes it helps to have a little prompt. This was like without a prompt, but this will be with a prompt. Be trying to see what this word inspires in us. Okay, gonna stop messing with you. I'm gonna lurk. Enjoy your lurk, Izzy. Thank you for that. Bye. Lisa, finish this up real quick. Let's just be a real quick doodle. I kind of took my time with the other one. I really took my time, and I tried my best to really explain my process. So I'll be a bit more quick with this one. But obviously, if you have any questions, again, feel free to ask. I'm trying to be more like thorough with my commentary explanations and stuff during these kinds of streams. Usually we just doodle and we chat, and we do that here as well, but today is a little bit special, a teeny bit extra special, because I'm trying a little bit harder to be educational, you know. Okay, I have no idea what this is. This is chandelier. Well, we love chandeliers. Wow. Maybe there's little things flying off it. I did some artist's eyes. Yes, I do want to see. Please do present more of your work for me, dear students. Thank you for the lurk, next. Hope you have a good one. And enjoy your tea. You can post a link here. You can post a link in the chat. Or you can put it on the Discord if you want. Deer makes me think of tear shapes. And this is why I'm doing a lot of like swirly tear shapes. So, Ooh. Whoa! Whoa, spooky. Spooky? Let me show this to the class. Bunk. Yo. I really like that actually. It's like super subtly disturbing. Subtle. It's subtle about it. It's like just a realistic eye peering out of the darkness. Ooh. Okay. What next? More eyes! More! Are you particularly fond of eyes? That's very valid. That's very valid because eyes are the window to dissolve! They can get so expressive. They get so expressive and they can mean so many things. They can be extremely spooky sometimes. Look at this! Oh my gosh! Ooh, subtly disturbing. This is highly disturbing. But in a good way. I mean that as a compliment. Ooh, yeah, you can tell a lot with just the eyes, and it's so like, what does the eyes mean? It's like it can stand for a lot of things, and when you see just an eye, that the absence of anything else is also like a message in and of itself, right? Ooh, that's very spooky though. That's very spooky. Thank you for sharing. I feel like you could like put this in like a horror game or something, honestly. This gives me like indie horror game vibes. Thank you for sharing. You're doing so well. Very good. It's fun. Punky. You could totally do like a whole chandelier of eyes. Or like a big massive eyes. I feel like you could definitely do that and make it look super spine chilling. Yes, excellent example. Absolutely excellent example by our student Pongi. Oh no, my pen's being weird again. I don't know why it's doing this. Why is it doing this? Sniff of playing deep meaning behind my eye drawings. Whereas me just she's not because I don't know how to draw. No, I mean you don't have to like be super deep about what you draw, as long as like you know, if it incites something in someone else, that's also a feat. Then that becomes part of the art, right? The way other people interpret it. maybe this is just like my high school art classes coming back to me. You know, oh my god. We had all those like art theory exams. We had the art theory ones where they give you a picture and they're like, okay, now tell me what you've gathered from this picture. What was the meaning behind this artwork? And then you have to kind of, honestly, you have to kind of like bullshit a quarter of it. At least a little bit. You take what it looks like, and then you're like, yes, clearly. You have to sound like you're really confident in what you're saying as well. Like, clearly the artist intended to portray this through their use of the color red here, and through this particular line, the stray line that they left in the corner of the page. And if you can explain it using art principles, then it like you'll get a pass for it. And like, you know, it is interesting. Some of it is like pretty cool and pretty interesting. It's helpful for understanding some arts, like in galleries and stuff. But it's also part of it is just like you know, it's just blah. Putting extremely high art lens on everything and being super over analytical. Just ordered breakfast. I'll be here until I at least gets here. Oh, I see. Well, at least you're having food. I'm proud of you, Sponge. Do you still do song requests? Not this stream. Very much apologies. But next stream, yeah, for those who've been here before, or anyone who's come along with the race, we do usually have like more redeems, like a lot more redeems. But I've turned them all off today just because, just so we can focus on the arts, can focus on the process, and not be interrupted by random, by too much random stuff, you know. Otherwise, I'd be here forever, because I already get sidetracked easily enough. I've never experienced that. It's hilarious. Yeah, pretentiousness. Kind of, yeah, but yeah. You know, that's a part of the art world, art industry, I guess. That's very much a separate world, a whole entire world. So that's okay. Nice. Yeah. Do feel free to request something next time, which will be on Thursday. Yeah. We still have the lovely redeem option of the amazing Penguin challenge for those interested. No, please do not. I highly recommend against doing this. We're already at 30k. No, 300k breadcrumbs. And this is very alarming for several reasons. The first reason is that once we get to 1 million breadcrumbs, who knows what will happen. The second reason is once we get to 400,000 breadcrumbs, something will happen and it's not gonna be good. There's going to be major consequences. I'm already working on one of the consequences. It's a Shakespearean play about the downfall of the penguin race. I'm still currently writing the script, but it will be out. I will be casting people as the stage plays actors. And stop! Cease this at once, or you will be expelled from the class. You're bumping into your mic or something. I hear a very low frequency sound from time to time. No, I don't think so. Is that just because, wait, is that just because I'm facing away from the mic? Sometimes because I have my mic on like one side of my monitor, since the front of my monitor and desk are taken up by my drawing tablet and my keyboard. So wait. Is it like this? Like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is it like that? Oh, am I hitting my desk? I am. Did you hear that? The noise I'm hearing is humanly impossible to make. Oh, I see. That's probably desk kun then. Apologies, desk kun. It could also be my ruler. It's a family whale. No, not you too. Penguins are not family friendly. Do you know that? They're very anti-family friendly. It's a combination of both. Interesting. Anyway, I'm not gonna get sidetracked anymore. I'm gonna finish this up and then we're going to wrap up for the night. Okay. Lindsay! Don't be like them. Come on, you're better than that. You are better than that. You could be so much better, and yet this is what you choose. I have better sound system now, so I hear everything. Hear everything. I see. So you're going to be able to enjoy arson music in its full glory as well then. Is this the case? Okay, see, sometimes we have eldritch creatures that are like actually creatures. Sometimes it comes as super abstract, and I can't ever quite tell which it's going to be. Yes, Winzu! No, Winzu! No! Stop! Am I? You are. You're making a fatal mistake. Let's see. Deer. What else is deer? I picked this word specifically because it's not very visual. So that gives us a lot of room to kind of think about, okay, what does this word make me feel in terms of shapes? Not colors, but like tones, right? Spawn, thank you for the gift of sub again! You madman, you absolute bunkers. I feel like drawing. Nice. Come draw along then. You can also draw something that sounds like, that looks like deer. Perfect. Span. Now we can get points quicker. No! For arson, right? For this one has been very abstract though. I feel like a lot of little hair, wispy strands, and bits just kind of sticking out, flowing behind. Let's get it. Oh my god, you're getting the dough, but not for the right reasons. Okay, let's see. Let's say like this is like a weird little thing, and it's like trapping. It's trapping the little angel creature guy. Eyes? This is making me think of like an angel, so I guess we give it angel eyes. What else can we do here? I'm gonna see an angel as well. Yeah. It's a bit difficult to make this into like a creature now. It's just gone so like incredibly off track from there. Okay, maybe this is like a... Ooh, what is that? Who knows? Maybe it's a black hole. And Evangelion! True, Evangelion! Yeah. And there's not a lot more I can do here. So I'm just gonna quickly touch up a couple more things. And this is maybe just hanging from the wall somewhere. No, I like it like this, because then it doesn't take away as much attention from the rest of this. Let's add some little flummy bits that look like they're kind of like binding it or something, or like holding it in place. Yeah, don't want to add too many extra details because we already have a very detailed body here. What? Okay. I can probably actually leave it here. We're at the 3-hour mark now, and okay. I don't know if I explained my process throughout this one very well. I don't think I did. but if anything is confusing to you while I'm trying to explain stuff, please do let me know. And I'll try to adjust accordingly. Yeah? So for this one, it's inspired by deer, as in a dear diary. Makes me think of like a teardrop, so we started with that as a base, and then it went on to do little wingo stuff. And then this part here is like cords little hair parts, like a braid almost, interlinking. Because I feel like deer brings to mind, like, I know, pinky promises. You have pinky promises with your loved ones, right? Like this. There, this is a hand. Da. Ahoy! Don't worry, I don't think you missed much family will. Oh, wait. This is the... Wait, no, this is the pinky. Whoops. The pinky should not look like this. Wait. Oh no. Wait. Okay, I don't know how to draw this. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so it was like this part is like interlinking. So it's like dear, it's intimate. And that was what I was thinking about when I was doodling that. And over here, those are just extra strands. And it's trailing behind because it's also like a little bit sad. It's a dear, it's a tender word, I suppose. So yeah, basically, if anyone was following along, if anyone was doodling their own little guys, please do show me. And secondly, I hope you're able to kind of just, hope you're able to try and go with the flow a little bit. Hope you're able to summon the shapes and the forms and the tones that are interesting to you, and form that into like a weird little amalgamation that really like really expresses your deepest darkest demons in a visual way. yeah. But most of all, I hope this has been helpful in oh wait, the media source is gone. When did the music end? I can never realize. Yeah, I hope this has been helpful in some way or form. And that if you are looking to start drawing but you're nervous or you don't know if you should, that you do that you have the courage and the motivation to give it a go, and just grab a pen and a paper and just do a little doodle every once in a while. Yeah, just go with the flow and make something that makes you happy. Yeah. And then thus, our class has finished. That will be the end of today. Nice words of encouragement. I'm glad. I hope they were encouraging. I'll look for someone to read now. Oh, who do we have? Let's see. May we crumble now. Yes. Yes. Yes? Yeah, I was looking for someone to raid. Class is officially dismissed. That was the word I was looking for. Class is dismissed. You are free to go home now. But please, if you have any homework, don't forget to turn it in. Pack your stuff up before you leave. If I find anything just lying around, I will take it. It's mine now. So, let's see. What do we have? We get to go home. Oh no, go to Snivi's home. You're already in my home, basically. You're already in the woods. How much more homely do you want to get? Okay. Let's go check out Meruhara. Actually, I want to send you off to a another artsy stream. So you get to lurk in more art if that's what you came here for. Meruhara. Hi, there lies my penguin stuffed animals. You're welcome to have this. No, that will be going straight into the furnace, I'm afraid. Okay, well. Thank you for joining me here today, class. Thank you so very much. This has been like a new kind of experimental stream. It was meant to be really short, but clearly I'm very bad at staying off track. Oh my god, I'd be a terrible teacher. But I hope this was still enjoyable in some way or another. And I will see you soon again this Thursday. This Thursday morning. It will be 10 a.m. AEST instead of 9 p.m. AEST. So that's pretty much like 12 hours. No, not 12 hours from now. 10. That's 10 hours. 10 hours from now. Minus 40 minutes. Around about 10 hours from now. That's the sort of time zone period we're looking at. Not actually 10 hours from now, but like on Thursday. Yeah. So you'll be to pop back in then. We will be doing some ukulele. 9 hours and 20. Yeah. That's a better way of putting it. Ow, my rib. What? Oh my god. My rib! I need to move more. I'm going to like actually fall apart from the inside out. From never touching grass. Oh my god. My rib feels really weird. I don't know. Did I like... What? What? This is fine. Anyway, I will be okay. God, I will be okay. I will. If my rib does not collapse on me by Thursday, I'll see you then for some ukulele. I'm planning. It's not completely set in stone yet, but I'm thinking of just doing some really classic. You know, your typical classic nostalgic sorts of songs on the uke. Not only because they're very chill and relaxed, and probably easier to sing, but also because they're probably easier to find the chords for. So see you then. For now, good morning, good noon, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Have a lovely one, and see you next time. my dear grasshoppers. Farewell!